Welcome everybody, it is I am the Coal Man here with the TED Talk of the Song of the Elves requirements. That's what the topic of this video is going to be. I hope you guys are doing well. As a new member, as a first time Ironman, this is an essential quest to get done to unlock a lot of content. So firstly, I need the stats to do that. So that's what this video revolves around, but first we are going to finish up 80 Slayer. Thankfully, I had a Spectre's task in the task storage, so I went ahead and cut that on because, ironically enough, I was running out of herbs, especially Ranar weeds, as some people say. My southern dialect makes me mispronounce pretty much 90% of the words in RuneScape, so that is my excuse there. But I went ahead and did this task really quickly, and I mean, if you guys are an Ironman, this is a great task. I would never block out this task as a early to mid-game Ironman because the gems that you get, the herbs, especially if you have a herb sack from the Tithe farm or any other mini game, such a great quality to have. All you gotta do is throw a couple prayer potions in your inventory, throw your best prayer equipment on with the prayer bonuses, and you just go to town. And eventually, your inventory will get so stacked on herbs that you got to run to the bank. And that's what I had to do. Thankfully, though, I just wanted to go ahead and get this done. That way I have access to Necreals with 80 Slayer. With that unlock, you also are able to get Ruined Boots, which I've had numerous hard clues that have said that I needed them, and I've not been able to have them because I cannot kill Necreals naturally. Of course, you can boost up, I believe, in Slayer to do something, but why do that when you're so close? And honestly, Slayer is probably one of my favorite skills to have in the game. I've really enjoyed that as a member, and there it is, the 80 Slayer. Now, we're going to transport ourselves to the fossil island here. I grew 3 teak trees, and the reason I did this is going to be our resources for the Mahogany Homes minigame. Fantastic construction XP, along with some pretty nice rewards, which we will talk about a little bit later in the video. My wood cuttings actually already leveled up. It's just getting the teak planks from here is very economical friendly because you got to bank right through that agility shortcut if you build it, and the inventory is quick in and out, where most other teak trees are kind of in not great places to bank. Plus, I just love the aesthetic of Fossil Island, especially with this weather plugin that you can add to Ruin Light. But another thing that occurred is we had a couple beginner clues, and I was getting to the point with these beginner clues and I'm getting close to the scroll case. So anytime I got them, I tried to knock them out the best that I could. And, my clue luck with beginner clue scrolls has not been the greatest. Of course, I feel like anything's RNG based in this game, so it's perfectly fine, but always shake the casket up, hoping that it'll give you a little bit more RNG, and then you open it, and then you get, 2-3 ruins and a pair of legs that are just like, why did I even waste my time doing it? But, I mean, it's one of those things where you want to go ahead and just knock it out. And as you can see, I had a couple more caskets you're cutting. I mean, you might as well knock them out. That way, you can just keep getting more and more of them. That's my logical fallacy here, thinking about this. But still, I mean, just disappointment after disappointment. No unique equipment or things that I can throw into the account. I mean, I even tried the old camera shake. I mean, that's like super OG for me, especially in Disgust. I mean, if I'm not feeling good about what's going on, it's a good camera shake. And we got some great cabbages, so we're having a lot of fun here on Fossil Island. Thankfully, I went ahead and started the Mahogany Homes not long after. Of course, I saved you guys a lot of run time going from the bank to get teak planks back and forth. I actually didn't use Varrock. I used Auburnville, which has a fantastic location with the bank and the sawmill being ever so close. I do not have the magic level to be able to make the planks via the spell book for the lunars, but hey, it is what it is. But I went ahead and started Mahogany Homes here, and the cool thing is with every single house that you do, not only do you get extra construction XP, but you also get points, plus you get a T, which gives you a fresh run energy. And we'll stop by Amy here. This is who you'll visit, and she will show you all the rewards that you can get here. We'll talk a little bit more in depth, but first, that plank sack, man, is what I'm going for. That is the first reward that I'm going for, and as you can see, I got a Falador. If you can get one in Falador, I feel like it's the easiest, because you can just grab your planks right out of the bank there and just run, grab you some iron bars or steel bars, excuse me. I'm using Adept, but one hard thing that I had an issue with is finding the homes initially, which, I mean, if you're smart, you know, if you're an intellectual, you probably know the difference between northeast, northwest, southwest. I feel like I do most of the time, but when I'm in this game, I just forget all directions and I just run in mass chaos, being confused. But thankfully, there's things in the game, especially if you're using the RuneLite client for RuneScape. If you're not, I would highly suggest it, especially if you're a newbie or returning. You can find plugins, and I found this plugin that highlights all the items within the house. It shows an arrow on the mini map, and it's called Mahogany Homes. It's really, you know, simple. And also on the top left here, it will tell you how many planks and how many bars that you need. It will estimate based upon the location, because sometimes the bars and the planks will vary, and it will tell you when you're done, and you can get your XP and everything that goes along with it. So that's basically, once I downloaded the Mahogany Homes plugin, I was set to just run around. One thing that I would suggest is to have some sort of teleportation to the locations of Mahogany Homes, which I will throw up here on the screen for you guys. Thankfully, there's some diary achievement gear along with, you know, just some quick tellies. If your farming routes are, you know, set up really well as well, you can knock out another teleportation with some more ruins and not have to use your Book of the Dead, level 65 by the way. And we're going to run over here and grab some rewards from Amy. Supply crates are kind of crappy, would suggest those, and the boots alone only give a 0.2% increase in construction XP. The plank sack's probably the best equipment that you can get from this, because you can fill it full of the planks, so you pretty much get an extra inventory of planks with every single inventory. So it was pretty much a no-brainer for me. It won't only increase your productivity in the Mahogany Homes minigame, but also on top of that, it will increase your productivity within most things construction. Be a lot more optimal. 70 construction, Song of the Elves requirement unlocked. Then I went back to my new roots here and started doing, you know, the old Edgeville furnace, and I was like, you know what, this will be a nice blast from the past XP. And you know, it was fun till I realized that, you know, there's a lot better way to do this, and you guys know exactly what it is, and that is the blast furnace. Now the blast furnace costs so much gold, but I mean, we're burning through it at this point, so why not? Hypothetically speaking, we can make it back in the gauntlet, right? You know, if you're actually good at the game, unlike me. But we're going to do all our gold, and then we will transition over to Mithril or afterwards and do Mithril bars for a little bit of another mini game. But one thing that I would shout out though, if you guys are using gold, is to make sure to wear your gold gloves when you put it in the furnace to begin with, and then throw your ice gloves when the XP comes up on the top right. So I went ahead while I was here. I needed to get a few things for construction, and I did not realize how expensive marble was. I was quite shocked. I was like, well, this absolutely sucks.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
I had to come back and get some more because I wanted to build the portal nexus in my house using the boosting from Stu, which I did do. However, I did of course lose the video. I guess I was just clearing out some videos I thought that were junk, and that was one of them that it most definitely was not junk, but I thought it was. So there it goes, off into the ether realm for never to be shown. But hey, we got a portal nexus in our house now, which is pretty sick. I thought that was a really cool achievement in itself. So really happy about that. The last mini game though is the Giant's Foundry, and if you guys have ever tried to do the Giant's Foundry, it can be a little bit complicated. It can be a little bit, tough, but thankfully the easy Giant's Foundry plugin helped me out a lot. Not only does it highlight items, which you can customize the color of, indications like warning, don't do this, green, do this. You can customize that perfectly fine and great to custom colors. But on top of that, you can just do a couple more little fun things, all kinds of settings. And I'm using those mithril bars from the blast furnace, so there's no XP wasted with those mithril bars. So was able to use those and unlock a couple of points. Giant's Foundry is actually kind of fun. If you guys really hate just the stereotypical boring smithing grind that most people loathe, especially if you're free to play and you think of the Edgeville Furnace and you're like, dang, this is another great way to go ahead and just knock out a lot of those bars and equipment. And shout out to my clanmates for suggesting this, because otherwise I would have been sitting there going from the Edgeville Furnace probably to a teleportation to the quickest old anvil and just grab a hammer, smack it multiple times, make dark tips or something stupid, and feel very bad when I end up with so much equipment that I'll never get around to use. But this is basically it. We got smithing level 70 from the Foundry, and we are set to start Song of the Elves, which I will start on the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As you will be able to see, we have every single requirement. That's one thing about my channel that you guys will realize, is that I don't record every single accomplishment in regards to like stopping and showing the plank routes and stuff like that. Sometimes I honestly just forget, but other times I'm just trying to save some time, because 90% of the videos that you do see, they're going to be 20-25 minute videos, and honestly, I'm just trying to make it kind of short and brief. Share a couple of tips and plugins and stuff that help me on my new grind to be able to get some of these accomplishments. But of course, looking forward to next, we're going to be doing Song of the Elves. Don't forget, guys, that there are agility, what we would consider shortcuts in the main game, but when it comes to quests, there's agility. Honestly, tribulations would be a good way to describe them, and a lot of frustration that comes along with those. And we'll have a couple, good funnies probably coming up, because I honestly doubt that I'm going to be able to get everything perfect the first go around. There's going to be many deaths, and I mean many deaths, because I've already looked at this boss fight for this fragment, and I honestly am already just regretting even starting a members account at this point. But we're going to do it, and we're going to do it because we are a noob, and we're going to conquer our goals to unlock the famous Chinchampa area, to be able to do Monkey Madness 2, to channel our way up to 87 range to get our first major goal, which is the Jaddy Daddy Fire Cape. So that is what we got lined up for the rest of the docket. Also, this is probably coming out after Christmas and New Year, so I hope you guys had a fantastic holiday. Hold your family close, and just remember that, at the end of the day, any time spent with the old family members is not an XP waste, it is an XP gain. And you guys that have ever lost anybody in your lives that you're close to around the holidays would most definitely agree with that. So I will see you guys in the next video. Please take care and stay frosty, my friends.